What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend so far. It is Avengers weekend. Avengers Endgame is out. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go see it. It's a very, very good movie. But this is full spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, click off now. In Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark, Iron Man, he meets his death in this movie. And to me, it is a glorious death. That was the scene a lot of people were crying on. And me personally, I didn't cry. I don't cry on movies, but it was a powerful, powerful moment to watch Tony Stark die in that way. And it got me thinking back to Star Wars. The Last Jedi, we saw the death of Luke Skywalker in that movie, but it really was not the same. Luke's death was not respected. Luke went out a bum. He went out a coward. He went out a quitter. Now, how Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is going to rectify that, I really have no idea. But the point is that Luke didn't get the respect that he deserved with his death, the way that Iron Man got the respect he got in Avengers Endgame. Now, the deaths were completely different. Iron Man, he knew that once he snapped his finger to send off and kill Thanos and all his minions to their death, he knew that it was a great possibility he would not make it. And with Luke, he just basically overdosed on the Force, and he wasn't even there in the physical form anyway. It was a ridiculously stupid death. It made absolutely no sense whatsoever. And this just really tells me that Lucasfilm doesn't have a clue. Marvel, they know exactly what they're doing. Now, they're both owned by Disney, so I don't know how much Bob Iger has in a say of movies. It doesn't seem like he has much of a say, and he doesn't get involved too much in the creative process, because if he did, there's no way that Luke would go out like that, and Iron Man would go out in this way too. It's just so completely different. One was done completely right. The other one was done horribly. Not only that, Iron Man was also killed off in the final film of this phase of the MCU, even though technically it's Spider-Man Far From Home, but that's a different type of movie from the Avengers movie. This was the final Avengers movie. Luke was killed off in the middle of a trilogy. That is called the Skywalker Saga. And the character of Luke himself hasn't been respected in any of the movies in the sequel trilogy. And Luke is supposed to be the face of Star Wars, just as Iron Man is a face of the MCU. But Kevin Feige and his team did a great job on exiting out Iron Man from the franchise. He got a glorious death. And I really enjoyed the way that he went out. Because if you actually watch the movie, you see that Thanos, he snaps his hand and he says, I'm inevitable. And nothing happens. Then all of a sudden you shoot to the scene with Tony Stark. He has his own Infinity Gauntlet and he says, I'm Iron Man. And he snaps his finger and you see Thanos go away. Then you see Tony Stark dying. It was beautifully done. Now, crossover to Luke, the only thing you see is really Luke saying, see you around, kid. And then you see Luke on Octu just looking there and out of breath and everything, like he was actually working really hard. And he just looks up. He says, all right, I can't take this. Let's OD on the Force, and poof, he's gone. So terribly executed, so terribly done by Rian Johnson and Lucasfilm. The greatest hero of our lifetime, Luke Skywalker, is no more. It makes absolutely no sense. But to me, Bob Iger needs to step in and say, you know what? This isn't right. And Bob Iger has taken the blame a lot for Star Wars, even though I don't think he really deserves it, because I think that should really fall on Kathleen Kennedy. So if he's going to take the blame for Star Wars, he needs to take some of the blame and criticism for anything that goes wrong in the MCU, and that's never happened. So why can't Luke get any respect? He deserves it. Luke is our hero. So, but what do you guys think about this? Did Luke Skywalker deserve better? Did he deserve a Iron Man send-off? Did you think that the Iron Man death was good? Let me know all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrix, out.